Hey guys, just going to do a quick install video of the Steeda trailer tie-down kit for the 15 through 20 Mustang. This is so it will make it much easier to tie down the S550 on the trailer. I just recently got my trailer, so I'm pretty excited, and I think this will make it much easier. So this is what comes in the kit. This is the front piece right here. It's all one piece, and in the back you have two separate tie-downs. And then here's the supplied hardware for the back. The front piece, you're just going to use the factory hardware that's in the car. And you can get their instructions right on their website. Seems pretty simple. So I just wanted to mention, mine is a 2016 Mustang GT. You're going to want to either jack it up and put it on jack stands, or if you have access to a lift it up, put it up in the air. I have mine already up in the air, as you can see. So we're going to get started on the front first. Alright, so the first thing we're going to want to do is remove these 4 bolts right here. 2 here, 2 on this side, and it's only a 13 millimeter, okay? Alright, so I'm going to, the under tray, just pop it up a little more out of my way on both sides. This side is not as bad. This side I just had to hit it out. Okay, so the next step is going to be, we're going to take the front brace, and it's actually going to slide underneath both of these right here, underneath the V brace, and we're just going to go like this. Okay. And then it doesn't say in the instructions, but clearly you saw the bolts were a little rough to come out. That's because they have Loctite on. So I'm going to put just a slight bit of blue Loctite on them, on the bolts itself. The instructions from Steeda don't really give you any torque specs for front or rear. I have a factory manual. I looked it up. For the front brace, it is 46 foot-pounds. For the rear, again, there is no spec from Steeda, and obviously it's not a factory part. So I'm probably just going to do like 50 foot-pounds in the rear and call it a day. You don't need a lot, just a little. And so I'm doing one side, and I'm going to go start these guys on this side. Now I'm just going to start them with the impact, and then I'll torque it down.
Wait, crisscross it.
Alright, so again, I torqued these down to 46 foot-pounds, and that's the install for the front one. And then we're going to start on the back. Alright, so for the back, you're going to have this, you know, on each side, but this is the hardware for one side. So you have the bracket, obviously. This nut's going to go in the, or excuse me, this bolt is going to go in the front. This nut will go on top, and you don't have to worry about holding it because it will hold itself once you start tightening it. This is going to be inserted into the subframe. I'll show you where. And this is the bottom bolt. Also, it comes with all the supplied parts, but you'll put a washer on the front bolt and one washer on the back bolt. And I'll show you guys how that goes. Also, these are 16 millimeters, so a little different from the size up front. So I just wanted to get a close-up of what I meant by this goes into the subframe. So this piece will go in the further back part. And you can see there's a little opening right here that you just slide it in, and then you just line it up with the bolt. So again, it's not necessary, but I'm going to put just a slight bit of Loctite on both bolts. I'm going to start with the back one first. Okay, and then I'll start with, then I'm going to do the front one. Again, just a little Loctite, nothing crazy. Just put the nut on top, see if I can show it to you. It's much easier to go from the side towards the wheel as opposed to the inside, because you got the half shaft right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it all the way over so it's away from the exhaust as much as possible, because you do have some adjustment. So I put it all the way over here so that way it's away from the exhaust, gives you more room to get the strap in. So I'm just going to tighten them up a little bit. So on the other side it locked itself up. This one it wants to spin up top, so I'm going to try to get a 18mm wrench up there, because the nut is 18mm. So hopefully I can just grab it. It's a tight spot, but there it is. So it's a tight spot, but I have a adjustable or a flex head wrench, 18mm. Again, on the other side I didn't have to do it. This side I did, unfortunately. Just torquing it down to like 50 foot-pounds. And so that completes the install for the S550 Steeda trailer tie-down kit. Pretty excited for this. This will just make it much easier to just tie down the car, in my opinion, because there's really not much to grab off of on this platform. So again, here's just the front showing you. I'll do a quick shot of the back. And here's a quick shot of the back again. So you're looking at the front of the car back on the ground. One thing I wanted to address in case there's any concerns with clearance, my car is lowered 1 inch with the Ford Performance track handling package. And I've driven about 100 miles since I completed the install, and I'm not having any scraping, rubbing, or anything like that. I don't hear it, I don't see any signs of it. So it doesn't appear to be an issue. It might be if you have it really, really low, but again, I'm only dropped 1 inch. So just showing the back again real quick. This is it with it back on the ground. Obviously the rear won't be any issues with clearance. You can see it's pretty level with the exhaust. I have the Corsa Extremes. Once I get my straps to come in, I'll do a quick video of just tying it down on the trailer. But I'm pretty happy with it. I'm looking forward to getting out there racing. Alright guys, have a good one.